moving to activity 1. We just did our do now. You all should hopefully remember how to graph from before. Hopefully that was just a refresher on the do now. If not, you're going to need to use that do now as an example of how to do this, okay? It says label each point on the coordinate plane with an ordered pair, meaning this, right? X goes here, your Y number goes here. This is an ordered pair, okay? Ordered pair. I'm going to do D and B. You're going to do A and C. To start with B, I would follow the X and Y rule as well. Even though I'm going to be going this way, I'm still going to go across before I go up. Remember, run. You can't jump until you run first. You have to take a step before you jump. So remember, go across, then up. I would figure out how many I went across. So I'm right here. So I stop at -4. That's my X because I went across. Now my Y is what I go up. So I go up here. So whatever is right here, so that would be 2. And that's how I got B. I went over 4, up 2. Now I'm going to show you how I would do D. I'm going to show one more example. X is what I go over again. So I'm going over to here, stopping at 4. I'm going to go down 2. Remember, when we go down, it's negative usually. So that's your hint that if we're going down, it's negative. So I stop at -2. And those are my points to get to D. I'm going to have you do A and C now. I will set up your ordered pair for you. You're going to do those now. Okay, for A, you should have gone over 3, up to 4. And then for C, should have gone over to -5, down to -3. Those were your X's and Y's. That's what you should have got, and if you didn't, please fix it now. Now we're going to work on the next part. I'm going to use a different color. I'll use yellow. It says, what do you notice about the locations and ordered pairs of B, C, and D? How are they different from those of A? So B, C, and D, if you notice, they all have a negative in there. Negative, a negative. This one has 2 negatives. But A does not. And that's how they're different from A. Now you're actually going to do this part. It says plot a point at -2, 5, label it E, and then plot another point at 3, -4.5. I'm going to do this F. You're going to do E. So you're going to do E. I'm going to do F. I'm going to use green. So this is my X, this is my Y. Same for you, X, Y. So I'm going to go over this amount first, then up or down this amount second. So for me, I'm going to go over to 3 for X. So I go over to here. And I have -4.5, which means negative means down. So I'm going to go down to 4, but it's 4.5. So I'm going to go a little bit past it. And that's where my F should be. I'm going to erase any marks I made. Now I want you to do E. All right. E should have said to go over to -2 on the X, which means over here, and up to 5. So we would go on up because it was a positive number. We would be right here. Hopefully you graphed that correctly. This can be pretty tricky, so hang in there. Good job. Keep going.